these pictures over Causeway Street. The parade is going to start any minute. We're starting to see players, coaches get loaded onto the duck boats right behind us. Glenn, this has been an electric morning. It started at like 7 a.m. when we got here. It was already too deep. It's what, 20, 30, 40 people deep now? Incredible scene.
Look at all those people. You were just watching the players address a crowd of family and friends inside the garden. About 1,000 people in there. When you get outside, they will see there are going to be 1 million people lining this parade route today to celebrate the Boston Celtics, who are raising banner 18. We're expecting it to be an electric day. Trenny, let's show people the parade route. If you're not already here are the places you could go to get a vantage point. The parade will start from where Trenny and I are at the garden, going along Causeway Street, heading over to Government Center and City Hall Plaza, then down Tremont Street, where they will pass the Boston Common and then take a right on Boylston, heading over to the Heinz Convention Center. Once again, about 1 million people lining the routes.
Yeah, 23 of these duck boats with coaches, front office staff, players, members of the media. It's about to get started, and our parade coverage begins right now.
Banner Day in Boston is presented by TD Bank, America's most convenient bank and bank of the Boston Celtics. Member FDIC, TD Bank NA. By Vistaprint, proud partner of the Boston Celtics and small businesses everywhere. And by Jordan.
It is 2 minutes past 11 o'clock, and welcome to Banner Day coverage of the Boston Celtics. I'm Glenn Jones of NBC 10 Boston, along with Trenny Casey of NBC Sports Boston. It is going to be quite a day. The weather is perfect. The parade route is lined with hundreds of thousands of people ready to celebrate the world champion Boston Celtics.
It is an unbelievable scene. I just finally stopped and literally looked up. There are people in windows. There are people on rooftops. There are people on roof decks. Everybody, it feels like, in the entire city is lining this 2-mile route from Causeway Street all the way down to the Heinz Convention Center for what should be an epic parade. The guys already looked like they were having a great time inside, and they were ready to celebrate. I think it was Mayor Wu who called us all a family, right? They were our kids there out on the court, and we were their families supporting them as they won banner number 18.
So Trenny and I have been here at the corner of Causeway and Haverhill Street since about 7 a.m. and steadily watched the crowds here grow.
Yes.
If you can see this picture, this is what the crowds look like on Causeway Street now, from the barricades all the way to the buildings. Every inch of the sidewalk is covered. Everybody wants to get a chance to see these world champions begin this rolling rally. Boston Celtics fans have waited 16 years for this, and they thought there were a couple of occasions along the way where we would have this celebration. We didn't get so lucky, but this time they got it done.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this team is a team that we have watched grow up in front of our very eyes. Even if you're a young kid, even if you were born only, 5 or 6 years ago, you saw Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown come of age. You saw Brad Stevens turn this team into a champion. We're going to see all of those guys on the duck boats lining the parade route. But for now, we're going to check in with Manoj Kangwari, who's in the midst of it all, guys.
Trying to be in the midst of it all. First of all, it's a little warm. I got my ice around my neck to keep me nice and cool. But the thing is, I don't know if there's any Celtics fans around here. Everyone's just waiting to see the duck boats. That's really what it is. Everybody's eyes is focused over there. But right now, I'm joined by Hannah. She's from Maine. All right, how early did you have to wake up to get here?
Oh, like 7:30.
How long was the trip?
Oh, about an hour and a half. Not too bad.
Talk about the vibes out here. 1 million people downtown. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, this is my first parade, so I've never seen anything like this before, and it's been so cool. It's so awesome. So many people. Great vibes. Yeah, having a great time.
What did you think about the season and the Celtics? Were you happy to see them finally close it out?
So happy. I've been watching all season, and I wanted it from the start, and so happy they closed it out, and we're all here right now.
And who's your favorite player?
Al Horford.
Well, Al Horford is wearing a cowboy hat, I heard, with a Tom Brady jersey going on, so, he's all about winning today. Right now, though, we're live here in Boston. Manoj Kangwari, NBC 10 Boston. Now I'm going to toss it over to JC.
Oh, Minash, you're down there with the crowd. I love it. We've been talking about how the crowd has grown. May I just show you the sea of green and white that is back here? People of all ages, and I just want to commend everybody because people have been happy, they're patient, because it's going to take a little while before they get down here to City Hall. This is traditionally in the past where all the rallies would be held, but now we're on lucky number 13, Rolling Rally, and it will be coming right down Cambridge Street here, going all the way over to the Heinz Convention Center. The first deck boat, second deck boat technically, will have Joe Mazzulla on it, so he is going to lead this. You got to see the players each on their own duck boat, 23 duck boats in all. It's a fantastic day. And if you haven't experienced this, you know, the best part is not everybody can get to a Celtics game. This is free. It's here for all of us and for all of the fans to get together and celebrate. And you can get a little taste of what it's like to be in the Garden in those winning moments. When this crowd rises up and they start chanting, you'll feel it, even if you're at home. Just roll with me on this one. See what I mean? Let's go! See what I mean? You felt it, didn't you? I told you so. All right, I think Oscar, are you ready? We're going to go over to Oscar.
Hey guys, how you doing? Come on, let's get loud. Come on. We are so excited. We're out here at the City Hall Plaza, and we're waiting for those duck boats to just come over right now, in any second now. Right, guys? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Good. Go Celtics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's go Celtics. You guys, these guys came from, I would say, a very long journey here this morning. At what time did you guys wake up?
We woke up at 6 in the morning, and we came from Cape Cod.
Cape Cod this morning, made it to the parade. No excuses, everybody. How you doing? How you feeling?
We're feeling great. I mean, Brad Stevens, I need my contract.
That. Oh, okay, who are you looking forward to see?
Tatum, most likely.
Tatum? Tatum?
Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens, that's the first. Oh, my God. All right. I mean, he's famous, of course, but very popular, too, just maybe for a different kind of crowd, right? How about yourself?
I got to go with Tatum, too.
Tatum, too. My God. Guys, a couple of hours ago, City Hall was not really full, and I can imagine the Garden over at Copley probably 10 times worse than what it is right now, but we got a good crowd. People are surviving here, this atmosphere. The weather is cooperating, which is fantastic, and we got all these people right here. Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Oh, yeah. We're ready to get this party started. I'm going to send it back to you guys to see how things are looking over there. Priscilla.
Oscar, thank you. We can feel the energy coming from where you are. You can certainly feel the energy here. We're at the Boston Common on Tremont and West. People got up as early as, 4:30 in the morning to get a prime seat along the street.
Yeah, some people got up, telling me coming from Western Mass, got up at 3:30. Not that they needed to get up that early to get a good spot, but they wanted the best spot. Not a good one, a great one. But you can see it all over the place. And even the late arrivals, they're having a good time. They're finding a place to stand. They're playing games. They're chanting. Now, some of the chants, we're going to let you know, we have to cut away abruptly. We're not trying to get fined. We love Celtics fans. We're not trying to get fined by the FCC. For the Celtics fans, because they got some profanity on their hearts and minds today when it comes to Kyrie Irving, right?
They do, and this is my first parade covering this. I mean, it is great to see so many different generations here. We're talking kids as young as maybe like 1-2 years old here with their parents who've maybe witnessed a championship in the past and have grown up with such dominant teams here in Boston, really bringing so many people together.
Yeah, I think that's what you see here. Boston is different. We were talking about this off the air. Like, just last year, Denver won the championship. They had the MVP of the league, Nikola Jokic, and yet they didn't have a crowd like this. And most people don't. Their parades aren't like this in other cities. And I'm going to say, not that I have an official word on this or official sources, the number is 1 million projected. I think it's higher. I think it's going to be more than 1 million.
It has to be higher.
I'm going 1.3, 1.5.
With this crowd, I mean, take a look at your screen. We're talking maybe hundreds of thousands of people here.
People everywhere. Some great spots here. We're at Tremont and West. There's some people who got some great balconies.
I know.
So they got some, got the grill going. Well, I don't know if that's legal. Got some drinks going, got some food going, just having a good time.
And I gotta say, the weather has turned out spectacular today. We want to go to our Tevin Wooten with a check of the forecast. Tevin, how is it where you are?
Oh, Priscilla and Michael, it is a beautiful, beautiful day. I mean, I know we had a scorcher of a week here in New England, temperatures in the 90s, near 100 degrees, but today it has turned out to be quite nice. We've got blue skies right now, not a lot of clouds overhead. Plenty of excitement is in the air. We are right along Charles and Boylston Street right now at the intersection, so about halfway through the parade. Of course, nothing has started quite yet, but there have been people that have filed into the streets since 3 o'clock this morning, y'all. That's how serious people take their championships here in Boston. Hanging banner number 18. This is our celebrating rather banner number 18. It has been such a great start to the day. I have never in my life, I have never seen anything like this. A sea of green from one side all the way down Boylston to the other side. And as I look off towards my left, I see a flag waving. And I know I can't show it to you right now because of the tight corners that we're in, but it says, "Believe in Boston." If there were any sort of doubt as to what this team could do, what this team has done in the past, and what this team will do in the future, I think it is safe to say that everyone more than believes in Boston, of course, appreciates all the things that the Celtics have done, not only for the team, but also for this community as well, and appreciates what's to come forward. Hopefully, maybe doing a back-to-back. I've talked to a couple of folks here down on the ground. They're like, oh, you know what? We're not worried about just today. We know that we could do it in back-to-back seasons. I'm not sure who we're going to next, but you guys, it has been such a great start to the day. Temperatures likely right around 80, 85 degrees tops. There have been clouds that have come through periodically, but no rainfall, and I don't think we're going to have any rainfall for the parade. I think we are dry all parade long. It's after the fact for those that are still celebrating, of course, in their favorite bar or restaurant or pub or what have you here in Boston. And that's where we're most concerned about the showers and thunderstorm chance, but that's well deeper off into the afternoon and deeper off into the evening, too. I'm going to make my way down just to see. I mean, we've got so many fans on one side of the street, so many fans on the other side of the street. Cameras every which way you look. So much excitement to be had here, and this is just the beginning here along Charles Street and Boylston. And say that one more time, you guys. Raul. We're actually going to go to Raul and Latoya. All right, Raul and Latoya, I talked to you guys at 5 o'clock in the morning when we started this thing. I know Latoya's level of energy has not come down one bit, right?
No way! Now, my friend, you said, Tevin, that this is, you've never seen anything like this. Well, this is how we do it in Boston. Unabashedly, this is awesome. Raul, we went from 0 deep to maybe 2 to maybe 4. Now what are we deep?
I mean, we're 20, 30 rows deep here. This is the most amazing thing right now. And this is the beauty of a parade, bringing your citizens together for one cause. It's celebrating a Boston Celtics championship. You think about where they started and where they finished.
The disrespect.
The disrespect. 64 wins, the most since 2017. Those Golden State Warriors, who's the champs now?
Oh, I remember that nastiness from 2022. I will never forget it. And they doubted Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, but they don't doubt him anymore. They had the nerve to say we had the easiest path to championship. No, we went through all your teams out in the West.
They can't help it.
And then we beat them again.
They can't help it that they stayed healthy. 3 losses in the playoffs. They went 8-1 to finish the year. Unbelievable job, and I cannot wait. You think the crowd is excited right now. Wait until those duck boats come down this row, down Boylston. It is going to be a madhouse, Latoya.
Oh, it certainly will, because what I love about this, they started off, and we've seen the order you guys have talked about a little bit. They'll have, like, the Celtics Entertainment, which you know is like a DJ.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have the coach, Joe Mazzulla, who is a genius, and he's young, and we're going to have him for a long time, hopefully.
35 years old, the youngest coach to win a title since Bill Russell. Think about that. This is what we're talking about. This is the excitement, and this is the thing I love the most about this Celtics team. They won as a team.
Hello.
They were deep, from the coaching staff to the GM, the executives, all the way down to your 2 superstars. They were all on point, so it was exciting to see, and now we get to celebrate them.
Oh, we're going to celebrate. We're going to pass the baton because we are spread out all over this route. NBC 10, NBC Sports Boston, and Telemundo Nueva Inglaterra. We are everywhere on this parade route. We check in right now with Jericho Tran. You're not far from us, but you are surrounded by fans right now, so it's hard to get to you. Take it away.
You know me, I'm a woman of the people, but listen, today, dreams became reality. I've been covering this from the very beginning, and fans were already telling me when the Celtics were taking Miami, listen, we are just waiting for that victory parade. We are waiting for Banner 18, and listen, today, that is happening. Can I get a Let's go Celtics! Everybody here is super excited. It's a sea of green, okay? There is green as far as the eye can see. Everyone here is so excited. Let's go Celtics! Let's go Celtics! Let's go Celtics! The duck boats haven't even come down yet, and people are already cheering. So you can imagine just how loud it's going to be once the duck boats get here. But I'm going to send it over to Abby Chen.
Welcome to a duck boat. Our duck boat actually called Annie Aquarium. Our driver, Gary, just getting ready to take off.
This man he's got to get us safely through the streets of Boston.
Safely, I think slowly as well. So what I can tell you is that all of the players, the coaches, the staff, they have been all loaded up. I'm not sure how many beverages have been cracked yet.
None.
Forsberg and I know, not yet. We're working here.
Why isn't Gorman in this hit? Like, he's the most important person on this
The
parade.
Hall of Famer Mike Gorman is ready to go.
How are you feeling about this?
I'm feeling we have a good day out here. Just keep the cooler empty.
Mike, how many duck boat parades have you been on?
It's only the third.
Only the third. Only the third.
Well, yeah, you know.
What can you tell us? What do we need to
give us the scouting report? Like, what do we need to keep an eye out for? What is like the main thing?
You're not going to believe it once we get out there. They're expecting 2 million people in the city, which the city, as we all know, can't handle 2 million people. But the reaction of people as they go along just gets bills and bills and bills. It's just you'll say it's a remarkable scene, like nothing you ever experienced before.
I'm not giving up this seat. I just want to be next to him because he's going to be the biggest celebrity out there. It's going to go like Tatum. Well, no, we'll go in reverse order. Brown, Tatum, Gorman.
Brown. Jaylen Brown, number one.
No. I'm going backwards.
Reverse order.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, and I agree. I thought you were trying to drive a wedge between the Jays again, Chris. What are you doing?
Killing me.
What can they say now? They can't say anything. We're on duck boats, baby. So
we're on a boat.
We're near the end of the line, is what I can tell you. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of duck boats up front. I've heard in this fleet, there's 27 duck boats. And so we are just some of the lucky few ready to take off. But we'll be here.
Shout out to the organizers. Just getting people from the court to the boats was quite the process.
Quite the process. But as we get going, I'm going to toss it out to Trenny and Glenn, who are somewhere on the route. Trenny, we'll see you soon.
See you soon, Abby. The parade has officially started. The confetti has been thrown. Joe Mazzulla and his family just went by. There is Al Horford and his father Tito, who has been a fixture, Glenn, on the sidelines. What a day. What an absolutely spectacular day. Brad Stevens coming in next.
And then Kristaps Porzingis is supposed to be on this orange one someplace. There are the first duck boats going down Causeway Street. We're going to duck down so that you can get a better look as those duck boats go by. This is the procession beginning for the rolling rally that is going to now leave Causeway Street and head over to the City Hall Plaza where J.C. Monahan is. Joe Mazzulla is on that front boat. It's maroon. He is leading the team in this rolling rally, Trenny.
Which is absolutely fitting because he led this team to their 18th banner. And a lot of people, much like the Jays, wondered whether or not a 35-year-old, at the time 34-year-old, unproven head coach could bring another title to this town. Joe Mazzulla's tactics, sometimes unconventional, but man, did he get the most out of this team.
And so many people have come out here to wish this team well and show their appreciation for a spectacular season. They were the best team in basketball all season long, finishing the championship run in the postseason at 16-3. It was a tremendous accomplishment. And here on Causeway Street, there are people lined from the barricade all the way to the building. We just saw our pal Scal go by as we're expecting there to be a couple of duck boats, Trenny, with Celtics legends on board.
All right, the trophy you're seeing right there is actually the 2008 World Champion. Those are the legends. You saw Brian Scalabrine, Eddie House, Paul Pierce on that boat. They are honoring not only the present, but also the past.
And Trenny, look who it is. It's Jason Tatum holding the Larry O'Brien trophy, pulling out of the garage here at TD Garden, and he's followed by a truck carrying confetti. And the crowd is at its loudest point that we've heard all day as Jason Tatum is seen on the top of that duck boat.
I'm not sure I have ever seen Jason Tatum smile bigger than he is smiling right now, except, of course, at the end of Game 5 when he exclaimed, "We finally did it. We finally did it." One of the best moments of the entire run was when he picked up his son Deuce, tossed him into the confetti, and then hugged his mom Brandy, who has been beside him every way, because they were shipping up to Boston.
Yeah. I heard him say on social media earlier this week that he was out playing golf and everyone he saw called him champ. And I think he's really falling in love with that experience, and that's great to hear as a Boston Celtics fan, because we want to see him do it again.
Absolutely, and this team, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but is certainly poised to do it again with all of these guys expected to come back. And there's the other MVP, the real MVP, Jaylen Brown, MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals, as the crowd rings out in the MVP chants for Jaylen Brown, who has proved his doubters wrong from the beginning. Glenn, this is a guy who, when he was drafted, the Garden crowd booed the pick. They did not know who he was, and he has ended up bringing Banner 18 back to Boston.
He was a number 3 pick in that draft, of course, Trenny, and the same was true for Jason Tatum in his draft. And you know what? We go all the way back to Al Horford's draft. He was also a number 3 pick, and all of those players together have helped this city get Banner 18.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Jason Tatum the other day. He was asked what his favorite number is, and he said 3. He was born in March, which is the 3rd month of the year. He was the number 3 overall pick. It really is fitting that these guys, the number 3 picks, have brought it home.
And now we have Derek White. It looks like he's holding his son there as he comes out of the Garden building. He is a player that was so critical for this team. He helped solve a piece of the puzzle that they hadn't been able to solve. And I really think the city has fallen in love with Derek White, especially in this postseason, that last game when his face got smashed into the floor and he broke his tooth.
Yes, if any of you are noticing that Derek White has all of his front teeth, he told our Abby Chin before the ceremony today that he's had some temporary dental work done. A shout out to Boston Dental for doing that for him.
Well done.
So he's been in the dentist chair about 3 hours already, probably some more time because they're all just temporary right now, but you can't miss that smile on Derek White's face. What a gamer, what a tough player, and he brought something that this team desperately needed. Props to Brad Stevens for seeing the need to bring a player like Derek White to Boston.
We're expecting 23 duck boats in all. There are some other vehicles that make up the caravan, including confetti and music. You have that great sound happening now, and I think I'm looking at Peyton Pritchard there having a sip of something delicious. It looks like a light beer as he rolls by in this green duck boat. And of course, everyone is excited to see him after hitting that amazing half-court shot
They're actually pointing out to
game.
Peyton Pritchard right now. There are T-shirts in the crowd that say "Pritch, please." Do you guys get it at home? Pritch, please.
I love it.
And Peyton Pritchard, one of the gals on his boat, tapped him and he gave the guy a shout out, because how do you not love that T-shirt, Glenn? I want one of my own.
I want one as well. Listen, Causeway Street, even on a game night, has not had as much energy as all of us are experiencing right now. It is wall-to-wall people. Everybody is having a fantastic time. The weather is great, and they're getting the chance to show their appreciation for the 2024 NBA champion Boston Celtics.
All right, the duck boats continue to roll, and Manash is down amongst it all. Manash, what's up?
Well, we're all getting excited over here, okay? We've seen so many duck boats. Okay, listen to this. It's getting crazy around here, and I'm here with my friend Anthony. He's from Rhode Island. This is his first parade ever. Is it living up to your expectations?
Yes.
What's been the best part so far?
The parade.
How many people do you see here? Talk about how crazy it is.
Million. Tons of people.
And you got that perspective, of course. Now we're going to go to an older fan. He's been here before. What number parade is this for you?
This is my first Celtics parade.
Oh, this is your first Celtics parade, but you've been to other parades before?
Patriots parade.
Talk to me about this one and just the difference between, being out here in the summer.
It's just far better than the Patriots parade. More excitement, more hype. It's great.
Are you surprised this many people came out?
I am surprised. I couldn't expect it. We got here like at 8 o'clock this morning, and it was packed.
So, man, 16 years ago. It's been a while, but to finally see them do it again, how does it feel?
It feels great. I'm from the Havlicek Koozie era, so it's great to see the young guys pull it out.
Well, I guess you're a young man, too.
Yes, I am.
Right now, we're live amongst the crowd. Of course, they're a little bit busy right now, but you can hear them getting loud. It's a fun atmosphere, and we're just living through it. Right now, we're live here in Boston. Manash Kongwari, NBC 10 Boston. Now we're going to toss it back to you.
Okay, Manash, thank you very much. We're continuing to see all 23 of these duck boats leave TD Garden right now. We think the final duck boat is pulling out of this area. So let's walk you through the parade route really quickly so you understand where this caravan is going. After it leaves Causeway Street here in the shadow of the Boston TD Garden, it is heading over to Government Center, where it will go by City Hall. And for the first time, Trini, go by the statue of Bill Russell, which was erected in 2022. A great Boston Celtic, and I hope the players get a moment to reflect on that as they're moving by City Hall Plaza.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team, I think, that really appreciates history, appreciates what this franchise means to the city of Boston, but also to the entire NBA. This is a historic franchise. This is a franchise that won 8 consecutive titles from the 50s into the 60s. They won again back-to-back in the 60s. They won in the 80s, and then they had a drought, but they brought it back in 2008, and again, 16 years later, they have won another championship, 18, and the reason 18 is so important is because it is one more than the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's right.
Nobody would like to add to that title and give a little more distance than the folks of Boston.
As it makes the Boston Celtics the winningest NBA franchise in history, and that is another reason why this parade today is so special. You know, before this started, Mayor Wu and her staff were expecting 1 million people. I've talked to you today, Trenny, who have seen so many parades in this city. You're not going to be surprised if we exceed 1 million people.
This is, and listen, I'm not great at math, Glenn, but I think I can tell. We do this. But I think I can tell a good crowd. This is by far the largest crowd I have seen yet for a parade that I have covered in the city of Boston. I'm sure some of it has to do with the weather and kids being out of school, but I also think that, listen, everyone loved the 6 titles from the Patriots, right? But after a while, became okay. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
they won a game.
Yeah.
Even with the Boston Red Sox, they won in 04, but then they won in 13 and again in 18. So there wasn't a long time in between. These diehard Celtics fans have been waiting 16 years to see their favorite players roll through the city, and they are basking in it today.
That green duck boat you see right there is holding Peyton Pritchard, and you can see that he's signing hats and tossing basketballs into the crowd. This is the caravan that now is approaching City Hall Plaza. NBC 10's Eli Rosenberg is on one of these duck boats. Let's check in with him to see how this rolling rally is moving through the city of Boston.
Really just unbelievable, Glenn, this sea of green and white that we have seen, the cheering that we saw as soon as we left TD Garden. So we are on Old Gloria here. Mike, we talked to earlier, the captain. Yes. What do you think?
A party once when I was 20 years old in my apartment and 100 people showed up, and this is way bigger than that. This is insane. This is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe the amount of people right now.
And if you look outside here as we continue to talk to Mike, you see the vantage point the players that are going to see as they come down the street here outside Causeway, and all the cheering people, and just how deep this is, block after block. as we continue down the course right here. Can you believe just how many people are out here?
I don't know how this many people are in here having fun. It's amazing. This is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I knew it was going to be big, and it's 10 times as big as I thought it was going to be right off the bat. This is nuts.
And as we continue up Cambridge Street here, you can see through just how many people are greeting these players. You know, talking to the players, including Al Horford yesterday, he was talking about how he didn't know what to expect when he got out here. He said he was trying to have very low expectations, but he was still very excited. You have to imagine seeing all of this, the constant cheering, the roar of the crowd, everyone lined up here cheering, that this has to blow away the players. And I think this gives you a sense of just how much the city has wrapped their arms around this team through the playoffs and then the NBA Finals. Even just yesterday, Al Horford stopping at the Raising Cane's on Boylston Street. Hundreds of people were there. Some had lined up as early as 7 in the morning just for a chance to see Al Horford. So you take that yesterday and you magnify that times a million, and you can see all the people here that are cheering. It really is unreal. And we talked earlier about the history of the duck boats, and it really was an idea by then Thomas Menino, the mayor, back in 2001, 2002. They were looking to mark the Patriots winning the Super Bowl that year with Tom Brady, but they were really worried about having a rally where just all the people would come to one location. So what they did instead was say, hey, let's do this rolling rally idea. A, it will allow people from all over a chance to see these players as we come through town, and B, what better way than to use the iconic duck boats? It's such a part of Boston. And so the idea was hatched to put the players on duck boats, and it also is a great form of crowd control because it allows everyone to see the players in the back of the duck boats while at the same time keeping them away. So it really was an ingenious idea. And talking with Jill Burns, who used to be the Deputy Chief of Staff, Julie Burns rather, and she said other cities have since copied Boston. It really was Boston that led the way with this idea of having a rolling rally like what we are seeing right now. So it is just amazing. You can see.
Eli, I'm stealing the show from you right now. I have to steal the show because the duck boats are coming by. The people are going nuts. We saw Joe Mazzulla. We saw the big man himself who's looking healthy on the duck boats. And there it is. There is the trophy flying high. How proud are we for Banner 18? We believe in Boston is right. People are in the windows. The crowd is fantastic. People are loving it. This team has worked so hard to get to this point. I know you've been hearing that all morning. You've probably been hearing that all week. But it really has been, and we're waiting for the next round of duck boats. And the confetti is flying. I've done a lot of rolling rallies. I have to say this very well might be my favorite. The fans are really into it. I don't think there is anyone in this crowd, if they're not sporting Celtics gear, they're in the green. Everyone is committed to this team and to celebrate. I love watching this, and I hope you guys do at home as well. All right, who are we going to next? Because I'm waiting for these duck boats to come our way. All right, we're going to get a quick word from our sponsor. Don't go anywhere. Wait until you see the next duck boat that's coming up. It's a big one. Stay right there.
Hey guys, we are out here at City Hall. We're up here on the City Council President's balcony with a lot of the city staff who have sort of made their way onto this very small balcony space overlooking the parade route, which of course goes right by all of the different buildings, whether it's on the federal side, whether it's on the city side, the state side, are all sort of in this area. And we're seeing the duck boats coming by. You can see the thousands of fans lining the parade route. In fact, just a minute ago, we saw the NBA Final Championship trophy going by on one of these duck boats. I mentioned this is the balcony of City Council President Ruth Z. Louis-Jean. She's off camera, but I'm going to ask her a few questions as well. Just tell me what it means to see, I guess, the balcony packed with everybody watching this great parade.
It's a really joyous occasion. It's just a day when all of us
in the city of Boston are just so happy and proud of our Celtics. You know, we're a banner city. They brought us banner 18. We have the most banners of any NBA team. So I'm just really, really proud of this team of Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Porzingis, everyone, and all the work that they did to bring us here so that the city of Boston can be lit up with this joy. I'm so proud to be from here, and I know that everyone who works for the city, it's just a really proud moment for all of us, for people who have been here, who have lived here for a week, or those who have lived here for 5 generations. It's a moment of joy that we can all share, right? Sports can really help to bring people together, really bring us all. We share the same rallying cry, and today that just joy is on every corner and in every neighborhood, and the team has been so good about bringing the trophy out to Dorchester, to North End, to all of our neighborhoods, so it's just really special.
You mentioned every single neighborhood. Do you feel like this team well represents the city of Boston and all the different pieces of it?
Oh, 100%. And what's really great about this team is that you see them so often out in community. You see Jaylen out in community. You see Al Horford out. You see these folks out in community. And so I do feel like they represent Boston. They also represent a desire to really do the work of continuing to build a Boston that is diverse and inclusive. And when we're addressing issues like closing the racial wealth gap, Jaylen Brown has actually talked a lot about that, about using his own power and his wealth and his position to really do the work of fighting for communities, black and brown communities. So I think it's a really special moment when you have a team that is also not just playing basketball, right? They're more than just ballers. They're advocates, they're activists, they're community members.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Council President.
Of course, thank you.
She invited us up here. We're thankful that she did. I can hear Shipping Up to Boston playing, and I bet Oscar Margain can hear it loud and clear where he is.
Yeah, that's right. We're having a party out here. It's so exciting. Oh, my God. The MVP right over there, passing right by in front of City Hall. That is right. We keep hearing the chants. Hear it right now. Jaylen Brown, MVP. As a Boston Celtics fan myself, I am ecstatic, and everybody out here is so happy. So many smiles. Honestly, I just even can't contain myself. It's so exciting. It's such an awesome moment, my God. And everybody is feeling it. Everybody's feeling the confetti out in the air. See the MVP. We just saw Jason Tatum earlier right now. My God, it's just, I don't know what else to say. Everybody's got a smile here. It's really a unique opportunity to see Boston so happy, and for a very good reason. This championship belongs to the city, and a fan like myself just cannot have enough of this, honestly. And we have more and more floats here. Everybody trying to take a snapshot with their cell phone right now. We got T. White, my favorite player. Oh yeah, oh yeah. T. White, show your teeth, show your teeth, show your teeth, show your teeth. Oh my God, yeah. All right guys, I am geeking out. Oh, cans are being tossed now into the crowd. I hope that doesn't hurt anybody, but oh my God, some of the best players here from the starting roster just passing right in front of us right now here in City Hall. I'm gonna send it back to you guys. I'm going to toss to Tevin Wooten. I believe he's over at the Common. Tevin, how's it look over there?
Oscar, are you? Oscar, I feel like you right now, my man, are literally in heaven in a sea of green. We are here right along Boylston and Charles Street, and let me tell you, the crowd is anxiously awaiting. Everybody's excited. Let's go, Boston! Let's go. You got people on top of the Starbucks over here hanging out of windows right now. You've got people lining the streets. Of course, you can see some of the confetti that's already started to fall early on. We're still waiting for, of course, the Duck Boat Parade to make it here, which I think we may be less than 20 minutes in right now. The 2024 NBA champion, of course, a lot of folks celebrating with champagne showers like the players are. It's been so far a lovely day today, a beautiful day today. Still, folks have stretched all the way down here. Can you guys see us? Yeah? I love that flag. There have been a couple of of flags, by the way. Speaking of flags, there have been a couple that say believe in Boston, and I think that really just sets the tone, sets the mood of what today is all about. We believe in Boston. We believe in the Celtics. We believe in everything that the city has to offer, to see so many different people, different ages, different religions, different creeds, different backgrounds, different shapes, different sizes, different colors, all joined together for one reason: to celebrate the 2024 World Champions, the NBA champions, our champions, the Boston Celtics. And it's a lovely day, too, by the way. I know that we had a lot of heat hanging out in the forecast today. That's moved on. A couple of breezes coming through right now. The temperature's starting to fall down into the upper 70s, really setting the scene. And every once in a while, it's quite interesting to watch. You'll get a police officer or a cruiser that just goes down the street, and all of a sudden, people will just swarm this area. Let's go to JC right now. Hey, guys, let's go to JC right now. JC, where are you at? What are you seeing? I know it's so much fun right now.
I am in the heart of it, Tevin. Just saw Peyton Pritchard. The man played 4 seconds, got the greatest shot, 49 feet, and he is celebrating with a cigar and flashing his ring, and well, he should. We saw Jason Tatum go by and Jaylen Brown, and the crowd goes nuts when they see the trophies. And this is how Boston does it. We have the confetti flying, the music is playing, and this crowd is here for it. I hope at home you're really getting a sense of this, because it really is special to celebrate a championship here. This is our 13th rolling rally. Before this, if you can imagine, 1.5 million people gathering at City Hall to see their team. At least now we spread it out over 2 miles. There we go. Yes. I hope you guys are hearing all this. I'm not even wanting to interrupt it. This parade, it has reached its peak here at City Hall. We're coming closer to the end. Man, people have their swag. They are decked out. We did see Derek White start to throw cans into the crowd. Now we got Brissett. And I love it when I see the players themselves taking photos of us, of the crowd, to remember it. We want to remember them. They want to remember this moment. It's fantastic. Loving everything about this. Oh, and if I'm still on, a shout out to my co-anchor, Corey. Corey's home on paternity leave, and he's a Dallas fan. Well, Corey, this is how you do it. Sorry, my friends. All right, Michael Hawley, gonna go to you and Priscilla. That duck boat.
Hey, JC, thanks. We'll take it from here. I mean, you really have to hold your ears because the crowd here is so loud. We just saw Missoula go by. Really interesting fact here. I heard on NBC Sports Boston the other day. This season, he started with his new coaches. He decided to do a coaches retreat here in the city of Boston. They all got dinner in Boston. They stayed at a hotel in Boston. And you guessed it, they went on a duck boat here in Boston because he said he felt like that these coaches should know the history of the city and really be intertwined and get them all on the same page.
It's a really shrewd move on his part. You know, Joe Mazzulla grew up in Rhode Island, so he understands Celtics history, and that's kind of a twist on what Doc Rivers did before the 2008 season, where he took Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen on a duck boat and told them, this is what it's going to be like when you win a championship here. And we saw Pierce going by, celebrating like he just won, and he was the Finals MVP 16 years ago. And that's the beauty of the Celtics. It's the institutional knowledge, and it's just generation to generation of Celtics players. They're excited for these guys as if they were out there on the court. And you saw Mazzulla, another nod to history, wearing a Bill Russell T-shirt and signing a basketball for a guy in the audience who's standing there right now. I'm looking at him wearing a Larry Bird jersey. So many connections, so many layers when you root for the Celtics.
And you got to talk about like some of the greats, right? Al Horford finally winning a championship, adding that to the resume. You have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown working together for years, finally able to do this together. What goes through your mind on a day like today? All the hard work paying off?
Like all the hard work paying off, Priscilla, but You know, when Danny Ainge signed Al Horford, he told him, you can win a championship somewhere else, but there's nothing like winning in Boston. And that's right. Even though you think about winning a championship, there's no way you can prepare for what we see today, what we're experiencing today. It doesn't happen anywhere else.
I know, we're lucky to be here. We want to get a quick check of our sponsors. Welcome back. We are watching these duck boats as they roll down here along Boston Common on Tremont Street. They're going to make a right onto Boylston and finish the home stretch here. Who do we have coming up?
Jason Tatum.
Oh, there we go.
Jason Tatum blowing his trademark kiss to the crowd. And, you know, what's so great, Priscilla, is that he's a guy who had to come through the adversity of being here, a lot of people 2 years ago.
All right, we want to go to Eli Rosenberg. How was it like where you are?
So we are on a duck boat. Look at this crowd out here. And it really just is amazing. People for as far as you can see. And I want to give you some perspective if we come this way. Excuse us real quick. You have a moment to talk with us on NBC Live. What do you think of this so far?
It is amazing. You know, I think it's moments like these that you can feel the energy of a city. It's moments like these where, regardless of people's background or economic status, we all feel like we belong to the city of Boston. And so I'm excited to be a part of this float with the Celtics to celebrate Boston. It's an embracing of our city.
Love what you did there. Moment of truth here. What were your expectations? What do you think?
I'm overwhelmed. Like having, you know, I've been around all of my life.
Looking live. We just saw Joe Mazzulla and his family riding by on the duck boat.
What an experience for him. How about Al Horford rocking the cowboy hat with his family? I mean, they have been with him through and through this whole season. You just have to be so happy for a guy like Al Horford.
Absolutely. A dad of 4. And then as we look at the next duck boat heading on by right now, it's been a mix. 23 duck boats riding by. Definitely more than 1 million fans. This is what it's like to be in an army of 1 million Celtic fans, all unified under this banner 18.
Nothing brings a city together like a championship, and we're so used to this by now. I know it's been since 2018 we haven't seen a parade, but LaToya, you're Dorchester strong. You've seen plenty of these. What is this one like? This is so many people.
Right. Well, let me tell you, I was here back in 2008, and you know what? It didn't feel like this. This feels different. Banner 18, we are so hungry. We're so thirsty for it. Titletown is in full effect again.
16 long years they've waited. They have built up for this. You're looking at Derek White, and this is just one of the cornerstone pieces brought in the last couple of years to get this team a title. Derek White lost his tooth. He said he would have lost all of them for a championship. This man delivered on so many different levels, coming from San Antonio in a trade. I don't think he ever expected something like this. Yet here's Derek White now on the duck boat in Boston, embracing the city and the city embracing him.
And I love how they pass the trophy from duck boat to duck boat, so everybody gets a chance to put their hands on it. Every player, whether they're the premier lead star or someone else, and they hold it up so high, and we as fans love them so much. This is about showing them love after them giving us an amazing season.
It is unbelievable. LaToya Edwards, I'm Raul Martinez. We're in Copley Square right on Boylston Street. It is an unbelievable sight so far. Let's toss it over to our meteorologist in the morning, Tevin Wooten, our partner in crime. Tevin, how's it looking on your end?
Street, and I have not seen a louder crowd in Boston until this very moment. There's so much joy on people's faces. You've got young people crying. You've got old people crying. Well, seasoned people crying. I think one of the most touching moments that I just witnessed was Al Horford's father on the duck boat with him, and you could see the passion, you could see the excitement on his face, how proud he was of his son. We have seen so much support staff come through as well on the second and third and fourth duck boats, and I think that's very important too. You know, the Celtics it's a very large organization. The players are one part of that. You've got support staff, managers, videographers, communications people, personal trainers. Everybody did their job this season to make sure the Celtics came home victorious. Sort of in a brief lull at the moment, but a couple of folks have still really just the cheers that people have really erupted in. It's so remarkable to see. People are standing up on some of the pillars here near the Boston Common. There are flags every which way. Everyone is united in two colors, green and white. That today brings everybody together for this one purpose, and to see it all up front, to see it all just unfold in really the most poetic way for the Celtics this season has been tremendous. We've got a couple of more boats that way. I want to go to the other side of the Common with Priscilla and Michael Holly. You guys, I think they should be to you guys pretty soon if they're not already there, right?
Yes, Tevin. Oh my gosh, what a party here. The confetti is falling from the skies. Beers are being thrown. I mean, it is a shower here as well. The heat not affecting anybody today. What a great parade.
It's a scene. You can tell the players are really enjoying it. We're seeing a side of players that we haven't seen before. You know, Jaylen Brown is usually a very serious guy. He's enjoying it. He's leading the crowd and let's go chants. You see Jason Tatum encouraging the crowd to give him more. Derek White throwing some liquor into the crowd and receiving some as well. It's a great atmosphere from a lot of people.
Oh my gosh. You know, I know we were saying maybe 1 million people. This might be more.
I think so.
Celtics fans really coming out, all generations. And as you said, Holly, we've never seen these players like this before. They're the biggest smiles. We saw Derek White has his toothpicks now. Biggest smile I've seen all day.
Yeah, everybody's got a story. You know, Joe Mazzulla, this time last year, when they lose in the playoffs, there's some thought that Mazzulla should be replaced. We heard someone talk about that. We heard some talk last year that Jaylen Brown should be traded after he had 8 turnovers against the Miami Heat. So it's a redemption. It's a redemption tour and a redemption ride for a lot of these players.
And what a way to start the season. Joe Mazzulla taking his staff on duck boats to get used to the history of Boston. And then they're here riding out the season, NBA Finals champs on a duck boat now with the team. We see some of our team members here in duck boats passing by. Hey guys!
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. What we're witnessing right now is just a sea of green, LaToya. I could not believe how quickly this filled up, and now we're starting to feel it right here on Boylston Street.
Oh, the rumble is happening. You're looking live right now as we see the 23 duck boats and the boats proceeding make their way down. Look at Wick right there. He's kissing his beautiful bride. They waited a long time. Jason Tatum holding that trophy so proudly.
How about Jason Tatum? The growth that we've seen from this young man,
what a leader,
into what he's turned into today. He led the team in finals in points, rebounds, and assists. Only 5 players in NBA history have ever done that. So Jason Tatum, and wasn't even the MVP in the finals, LaToya.
Well, because we have a stacked crew. We have at least 6 players who would be the absolute stars on any other team, and we're just like, it's our luxury, right? So we're live from Copley Square right now. We see Boylston Street right now just being showered with confetti, and we're seeing the flags fly high as the Celtics celebrate 2024 and its NBA title.
It's hard not to get emotionally excited, just happy for the city. They have been starving for a Celtics championship for 16 long years, and it has been built up. You draft Jaylen Brown, you draft Jason Tatum, you bring Al Horford back.
And you see Jaylen Brown right there?
Yes.
His Juice Foundation supported the Bridge group, who basically have won tickets, Bridge students, to be on the boat with him. These are community kids who get to now stand beside Jaylen Brown as he moves through the crowd and experience this wonderful rolling rally.
No, and then no question, LaToya, just such a community leader. What he does as a leader on this court, he's in his high 20s, and he's already the leader of this team.
27 years old.
27 years old, and this young man is a Finals MVP. You got to give the respect to this man. How about the respect to this entire core? Just a great job that they did all year long, from start to finish. The favorites, dominance, and now look at him. Here comes the crowd, and the crowd is getting fired up, LaToya.
But we're looking at Derek White right now, and he has the most beautiful smile we've ever seen.
Well, he got that dental work, temporary dental work. We're grateful for all the work that he put on that floor, including his teeth that are all over the garden and the parquet. But now they get to celebrate, and it's so fun to watch these guys. They're embracing it.
We're going to take a quick word from our sponsors as we enjoy this rolling rally parade.
Banner Day in Boston is presented by TD Bank, America's most convenient bank and bank of the Boston Celtics. Member FDIC, TD Bank NA. By Vistaprint, proud partner of the Boston Celtics and small businesses everywhere. And by Jordan.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage of Banner 18, a banner day. Trenny Casey alongside Glenn Jones. We are on Causeway Street near Haverhill and Canal. Starting to disperse here, but the party is definitely still going. An absolutely spectacular day as this rolling rally continues to go through the city. By the looks of it, it looks like it's coming up, I believe, Tremont Street right now.
Yeah, based on when this started here at the Garden, Trenny, I think we're at about the halfway point in this rolling rally that's moving from the Garden all the way to Heinz Convention Center. And you can see that confetti right there as the caravan moves through. No duck boats in that immediate part of the parade, but there's a bunch of other vehicles here that are playing music, shooting confetti, and carrying some of the family and friends of the Celtics organization.
Yeah, definitely getting the entire crowd hyped up with music. You've got players engaging. I heard that one Peyton Pritchard might have been tossing some beverages into the crowd as he went around, trying to get everybody engaged and having a good time. We, of course, saw Jason Tatum, who has the Larry O'Brien trophy for this year's team. A lot of people have been asking, wait, I saw 2 Larry O'Brien trophies. What happened? Well, one, of course, is with the 2008 team. There is a Legends boat out there as well that is carrying Paul Pierce, Eddie House, Brian Scalabrine, and then the other boats, of course, have staff members, a number of people who have just helped this team get to this point.
And, you know, a big part of this story today is going to be the amount of people who showed up. We were expecting 1 million, which is a tremendous number, but it feels like we have spectators that have exceeded that number, Trenny. So many people here, and for people like you and Raul and LaToya who have covered parades in the past, everybody is saying this one feels a little different.
Yeah, this one feels like just about every single person in the greater Boston, in the New England, forget about the greater Boston area, the New England area has come out, some of them driving hours to get here to see this parade. Jericho Tran has been along for the ride, so to speak, since the beginning with this team, and she is right in the thick of things now over in the Back Bay, Jericho.
Well, take a look. You can see Joe Mazzulla is passing right now. You can see Joe Mazzulla just passed. Take a look. He's right over here. We're right at Copley Square. The crowd is going wild. Basketball is just thrown by Al Horford into one of the stands right there. You can see 42 Al Horford with his dad. He's received such support from his dad throughout this entire season. His dad has been in the stands. The basketball being thrown back. Take a look. You can see Ed's being thrown back again. Trying not to get hit by the basketball. We got a lot of time with Ed Porzingis! It's Porzingis! This is the We got a couple more duck boats that are coming by, but until they come by, I'm going to send it back to you guys.
Jericho, thank you so. Okay, Jericho, Tran, thank you so much. All right, Latoya and Raul here, looking at this incredible crowd. We just saw Kristaps Porzingis pass us. We saw Al Horford, Joe Mazzulla. I mean, they are fired up, Latoya.
So as we're looking right now at who we're here, and we're looking at the crowds, there's definitely at least 2 million people down here right now.
I mean, it is wild how engaged this crowd is. There are so many people. We are talking about 50, 60, 70 rows deep. There's Brian Scalabrine. He's living it up right now. Our very own NBC Sports Boston analyst.
Scal has the trophy. We love it.
He's got the trophy. They're celebrating 2008. They're celebrating 2024. 16 years in the making, Latoya, and it's our time now.
Oh, it's been our time, and it won't stop for a while. We got at least one more championship in us.
Listen, we're talking a dynasty in the making. Here's another man. There's Scal passing us by. Looking it up. Scal, baby! That's what I'm talking about, my man. Good seeing you, my brother.
Scal's
Good seeing you.
Right now.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I mean, this is such a celebration. As NBC Sports Boston has been the voice of the Celtics, they've done such an incredible job, and now we get to see everyone come together.
Absolutely. And as we look at this huge crowd here, they rode with the Celtics in the good and not so good times. They remember when they were having all those naysayers out there saying that the two J's couldn't do it. But you know what? The front office, right down to the coaching staff, and of course the players, believed in the mission when no one else did.
Latoya, it has been a total team effort. That's been the exciting part about all of this. The team effort, starting with Danny Ainge to Brad Stevens to Joe Mazzulla, all the way down to the rookies from the beginning, 2016, 2017, from Tatum to Brown. And then you talk about the pieces they brought in. They had to lose guys like Marcus Smart and Robert Williams to get these trades in. And you know what? This is a team built for excellence, and they could do this for a long time.
Look at this confetti fun. This is like a birthday celebration for the city of Boston. Happy early birthday celebration. This
My
is the true Independence Day right now.
This is exactly what you've dreamed of. This is Celtics fans waiting for this for a long time. I know 2 years ago there was epic disappointment. The Heat lost last year, but this is what it's come to. They learned from this, they were driven by this, and they've succeeded because of this.
Let's check in with John Maroney right now along the parade route.
They are rolling around down Boylston Street right now. You can hear the thunder, you can see the confetti coming down from the sky, and it's difficult to hear me. I do apologize. Can you hear me any better now? It is screaming out here. You start to see some of the Celtics rolling down. It is a party indeed on Boylston Street. This is where they will end, of course, the Heinz Convention Center. It is something else to be here, standing here with these folks as they scream for their favorite team, the Boston Celtics. We're with a couple of guys here with me right now. You've been watching what's going on. Tell me a little bit about what you think.
I think it's great for Boston. I think that they got their number 18, and that's real great beating LA. It was real great for them. Shout out to Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
What do you think about the fact that they were able to beat the Mavs so easily? How about next year?
Oh, they're definitely taking it next year. I'm just happy that Kyrie got to understand that the world is only flat in Boston because it revolves around us.
Yeah, I wonder what Kyrie is doing today.
He's probably trying to get his way back here. It ain't happening though.
Have you ever been to these before?
Oh yeah. What have we had? 16 of them since 16, 17 since I've been alive. So we're ready for another one next year.
Tell me a little bit about this rally. How's this compared to some of the others?
Well, this is actually my first one, so I think this is great. It's really good for the town. It's really good for the city.
It is great indeed, and you can hear people roaring. It's difficult to hear anything else except folks screaming and yelling and waiting for some of the folks coming down the street. We'll toss it back to Priscilla and Michael Holly, where they can take it from there.
Hey guys, you're looking live right there. What an incredible moment. Jason Tatum holding up the Larry O'Brien trophy. I mean, as he was going by, did his arms get tired? I mean, that trophy's heavy.
And I lot of players, Priscilla, talk about what it means to be a champion, and once you win a championship, it kind of gives you an air of invincibility. You feel like you've got an extra gear that your opponent can't relate to. Well, I think winning here does that as well. I think some of these players who are not from New England, who are not from Boston, and most of them aren't, coaching staff is, ownership is, but a lot of the players aren't from here. Now they understand the passion that they get during the games. The passion, you get that passion because these are who your fans are. This is what they want to see. So I think this is going to be an educational experience for the Celtics players. They didn't really know what this region was about until today.
Well, and also to have a parade like this, I mean, we're talking over 1 million people here in the streets throughout Boston, may not have had a chance to go to any of these games during the regular season or maybe the playoffs. So this is their opportunity to get up close to some of their favorite players there and to even get a chance to even maybe grab a beer. Al Horford was throwing beers into the audience, Derek White too.
And asking for them too. Asking for help. So, look, I think you said a lot of people who didn't get an opportunity to go to the games get to see a different side of the Celtics. This is almost better in a sense in that they're not working today. You get to see them at ease. You get to see them interacting with the crowd and having a good time, seeing them with their families, seeing them really smile and just enjoy all the hard work. This started in September, even earlier for some of them. They lost to the Miami Heat in May. So really it started in May, late May, the pain of losing to the Heat all the way up to June.
Can we talk about, what was that? Derek White, his shirt, nobody cares.
Right.
But as those duck boats continue to roll down the street, we want to get a check of our sponsors. Roll down and make their way to the Heinz Convention Center. It is hot out here, but it is not affecting any fans, any of the excitement. Tevin Wooten, what do you think? Is it like, 90 degrees? It kind of feels hot.
No, 84, right,
84?
Tevin? 83.
It's not 90. I am in a blazer right now, and if it were 90 degrees, I came equipped and well prepared. You want to know why? Because I traveled with what I needed today for the Heat. Of course, if you're going to look good, you got to feel good, and we felt great today. There is not a bad thing going on in Boston today. Everyone came together for one common purpose, and that was to celebrate our Celtics here, bringing banner number 18 home, and they have done it in a great fashion. And I think what was so great about today, I mean, if you think back to 16 years ago, how much the world has changed in 16 years, how much the world has changed 4 years ago, what we went through in 2020, what the team has gone through since then, and where we are today. Everyone is coming together today to say a couple of things, but to really say ultimately that Boston is the best. Our boys have done it. Our men have done it. And it took an entire organization, the Celtics organization, all of the support staff, the vendors, by the way, who made today possible, all of the crews that have come out since, I think, 3 o'clock this morning is when I saw barricades going through. So it took a lot of steps, a lot of layers to make today so great. And it has not disappointed. We want to go to Matt Pritchard. Matt, I know you've sort of seen things on Capitol Hill. How is it hanging out over there?
Yeah, I got to tell you, City Hall, it was fun to look out and watch the parade happening, but now inside we have some action. This is the barbecue bet from the Dallas mayor that Mayor Wu made her bet on. How's it been so far getting through this?
It is delicious. Sweet, sweet taste of victory.
Yeah.
We are making do, trying to cut through a brisket with a butter knife, as you can see. But we're quite enjoying the spoils of this special day.
I remember you saying you felt like we had put up more than they had put up. Do you still think that's true?
If we had to pay up, ours would have spanned the entire table here. It was 18 gallons of clam chowder, 18 pounds of lobster roll, desserts, but we'll take what we can get.
That's
because
right.
we're going to have to send ours anyway.
I was going to say, you never knew it wasn't going to happen, right? Yeah.
So we're very grateful to the mayor of Dallas, and they've been an incredible sport throughout this, and this is a delicious way to celebrate as the parade's going by outside.
For sure. Just tell me about just seeing all of that, all the excitement, all the people.
Yeah, I mean, it's been families, kids, senior, just every generation, every part of Boston coming together, and this is a really special team that represents so much about our city. They take care of each other, they fight through whatever the barriers are, and then make history. So there's a lot to love about today and about this incredibly special team.
Well, thanks for taking the time. Good luck cutting through the rest of that. Let's toss it over to Jericho Tran, who's enjoying all the festivities down on the street.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple duck boats that passed us, but we still have all of that crowd energy. We're actually waiting for the next duck boat. I saw Eli pass me just now. We got some people over here. Everyone's excited. Take a listen. We got cheering. We're waiting for O'Shea Brissett. He's supposed to pass us any second right now. Take a look, pointing at the ring. Everyone's excited. Okay, Dom's telling me Luke Cornett's coming up. He's a lot taller than me. Ah, there we go. Luke Cornett, there he is. Take a look. He's getting the crowd hyped up. He wants to hear cheering. Hey, Luke, let's hear some cheering. A lot of crowd excitement today. A lot of people cheering. All of their favorites passing by. A huge moment for fans, for players. We're waiting for the next one to pass us, but in the meantime, I will send it back to you guys. Here's all.
I'm going to go on that camera, Trenny. We saw Luke Cornett. So that means they're near the end of the parade procession where Jericho is.
Yeah, the best part so far, or one of the best parts of the morning, was seeing Luke Cornett come out of the parking garage at the TD Garden. He had to duck. He is so tall that when he was standing at the top of the duck boat, he kind of had to scooch down as they came underneath. But then he, of course, was firing the crowd up. And my other favorite moment was when he talked to Abby Chin earlier today, and she asked him, hey, do you think you're just going to get free meals now for the rest of your life here in Boston? He said, probably, but I believe in fair wages. So I would like to keep paying for things.
Okay,
what a
Luke.
great guy. You know, you heard the governor and the mayor talk about, and the governor in particular, talk about that these are great athletes, obviously, but they're also really wonderful people. So many of these guys do things off the court that impact the entire community. We talk a lot, of course, about Jaylen Brown and what he does with his Juice Foundation, the Raise the Age. But all of these guys are often seen in the community building basketball courts in various parts of the community, giving back to those types of kids that they remember what it was like to be a young kid wanting to play basketball, wanting to have a better life. And they all do that in this community. It's absolutely inspiring. They're not just basketball players, they're humanitarians as well.
That's absolutely right, Trenny. And we've had the privilege of covering many of those stories, seeing the impact that the foundations for so many of these players has. And there is is that Derek White? I'm not actually sure who that is that was holding up the Larry O'Brien
that is Jason
trophy.
Tatum, because there's Wick Grosbeck as well, the principal owner of the Boston Celtics, and they're on the same boat.
And when we saw Jason Tatum come out from under the garage here holding that trophy, you could see the pride on his face. We've seen him at moments during this parade pounding his chest. He is just filled with so much pride about what they've accomplished here, especially because he is a player that has taken his oversized share of criticism, I think, Trent.
Yeah, I mean, he has had the weight of an entire franchise on his shoulders. When they drafted him number 3 overall in 2017, he was considered one of the best basketball players to come, of course, not just come out of that draft, but people expected him to become one of the best basketball players in the NBA. We saw him go very early on in his career to Eastern Conference Finals. They made it to the NBA Finals in 2022, but they kept coming up short of winning it all. And that, you could tell, really weighed on Jason Tatum. And it was so evident at the end of Game 5 when he was pulled out of the game, subbed out, and he sat on the bench with his head in his hands, and you could see that he was crying. It was pure relief that he and Jaylen Brown, who have been here, save for 1 year, together through it all, with all of the weight and the expectations of a city, of a franchise, of a team on their shoulders, and they finally did it.
Only hard work can accomplish that feat that you described. He had to knock on the door so many times and be disappointed, including last year in the Eastern Conference Finals with Miami. And now they are at the mountaintop. They hold the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And not only that, they have moved this team into the history books with 18 banners, more than any other NBA team. NBC 10's John Maroney is out among the crowd as this parade rolls through. But we are going instead to Latoya Edwards and Raul Martinez, who have been at this since 5 a.m. anchoring our coverage here on Banner Day. That's right, our MVPs.
And we could go for at least another 12 hours. As a Boston Celtics fan, as well as a journalist, Raul, this was next level as far as the joy. I'm looking at, my favorite player, Jaylen Brown.
Oh, I know. And you know what? This is such a satisfying feeling watching him celebrate.
Yes.
I keep on going back to the fact that even just a year ago, people wanted him traded away. He said people said the chemistry between Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum weren't going to work. What do they have to say now, Latoya?
Well, I'm trying not to roll my eyes, my brother.
They're all the way in the back of your head.
The thing is that you didn't know. You made assumptions about the fact that there could not be 2 stars. Yes, there could. There could actually be 6 or 7 or 8 stars on the Celtics roster who were premier players. And what I love, again, Trini touched on it, is the Juice Foundation with Jaylen Brown and his work with the Bridge students, his group of students who he's literally helped bridging the gap. And they are on the duck boat. He supplied that opportunity to some of the students from Boston right now. His work in the community is next level. And then we have Jason Tatum, a quiet leader, not someone who's out there making a rah-rah noise, but also still giving back in his way as well. He's a great father figure. He's a role model. He shows folks that, listen, you can show your love for your child and openly express it, especially for gentlemen who may not get that freedom to do it. Raul, just like you, by the way.
Listen. You're my partner in crime. They're partners in crime. You have to think, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, 27 and 26 years old, they got a long time together in this city, and that's why you just see how excited these fans are. From the old-timers to the new blood, it's so fun to see how excited they are. I'm not surprised by the amount of people that showed up for this one. I'm just excited to see it every single time because it's so overwhelming. It's so cool to see, and today, the community showed up for this team because they delivered in 2024.
And as I look at this crowd right now, I just want to remark it again as somebody who grew up here in the news about Boston, the reputation for Boston not being a welcoming place to all communities. And we may have earned that reputation in the past, but look at folks standing shoulder to shoulder because in this moment, the unity, we are all fans of the Boston Celtics team and we appreciate what they brought to the city of Boston.
It is incredible to watch. It's incredible to see how many people are still around. The duck boats are gone, and they're still hanging around enjoying their time because this is a moment of celebration. The weather's incredible. Everyone's on a high with this Celtics team. Who cares if they have a short turnaround in the offseason? Jason Tatum's got to get ready for the Olympics. So does Jaylen. So does half these guys. Drew Holiday. Who knows who else is going to play? Right. But this is so cool to see how they've embraced it, and now they can go off and enjoy a little time on their own.
I'm happy you mentioned the Olympics and Jason Tatum because I know I look forward to watching Jason Tatum. I would miss seeing him on the court, and we get to watch him on the Olympics here on NBC 10 Boston.
It's such an exciting time. We're enjoying every minute of it.
Boston stations of NBC and Telemundo congratulate the Boston Celtics on Banner 18.
What a beautiful day it has been so far today as we ring in the cheer, the excitement of Banner Day in Boston. The Celtics have brought home the Larry O'Brien Trophy as the 2024 NBA Finals champions. And we are right along Boylston and Charles Street, right on the side of the Common, as a lot of the confetti has already fallen. Some of it resurfaces again with the breeze and the wind. Folks are now flocking to their favorite food, bar, pub establishment here in Boston. You still see smiling faces. You still see cheers. You still see so many different people here. One thing that I was noting earlier, if you look above the Starbucks window where the 1 and 8 is, earlier today, people were literally stacked up in those windows, feet hanging out, watching the champions of the NBA walk through and work their way through on these tugboats. You're hearing all the excitement still. It's been such a gorgeous day weather-wise. You could not ask for a better day. People are still showing off the excitement of their champions gear, their new swag that they got. How much do you guys love this team? They love this team so much. They love this team. They love the players. They love this city. They love today and every single thing that the Celtics stand for. I mean, you just see the buzz, the crowd of people. Even though we're now about 20 minutes removed from the end of the parade, the people are still wanting to show how much this Celtics team means to them. How much today has meant to them. And expressing their displeasure to one Kyrie Irving. I think they said we love Kyrie. I think that's maybe the chant that I heard, or maybe perhaps the opposite of that. But that just shows you how much the diehards are here. They've been here all day long. We got here at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I saw a couple from Rhode Island waiting at 3 o'clock in the morning, just feet away, as everyone has already started to file out right now. I know that Jericho Tran is still in the middle of it. Jericho, you've seen crowds, right? You went to Dallas. You watched Game 1 and 2 of the NBA Finals, but how good was the crowd today for the Celtics, for our Celtics?
I didn't hear that question because it is so loud out here. I heard something about Game 1 and 2 of the Finals. All I can say is the fans were amazing. They were on fire. You can see there's still a lot of fans here behind me filing out after that parade. This was really a great moment for them to get to see the players that they've watched throughout the season, throughout the playoffs. All of it culminating into this moment where, one, they finally get to win, where they realize they've won Banner 18. They get to see the players that made it happen. You can see everyone filing out. There are thousands upon thousands of people here right now. All of this making a sea of green. I actually want to pull up my photog, Dom, because he helped me make all this happen. Dom, get up here. Let's talk a little bit about what we've seen throughout the playoffs. I mean, this was a journey. Miami, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Dallas. I mean, how was it?
This team played about as well as any Celtics team I've ever seen played in my many decades on this earth. Incredible teamwork. Everyone had their role. Everyone cherished their role, and it was amazing to watch. Just great teamwork, great sports camaraderie.
And it was even better watching the games with Dom. Dom gave me a play-by-play. Listen, this is the pro right here. This is the pro right here. We got Celtics. Say it again. Celtics on the ball! She can say it, I can't, but that's live TV, folks. I'm going to send it back to Oscar.
Oh, that's awesome. That energy is just not going anywhere, right? Over here we got 3 of the 5 main super fans. Yeah, you guys have seen them. You guys have seen them at almost every game, if not all of them, right, guys?
Yeah. Aztec Gino, Celtics #1 super with my partners in crime, Nate Chickenhead, Gaiman, and Russell. Guy with the green hair, Madeira's representing Celtics Nation at the greatest parade ever, Oscar.
Ever. Bigger than 08?
Oh, big. We were all in 08.
Bigger than 08. Here we go. Celtics Nation. Let's go Celtics! Yeah, baby! Let's go Celtics!
And it ain't ending here. We're going for number 19 next year.
Yeah, baby! Let's go Celtics! I love you, baby. Where do you guys get all this energy? You guys are so committed. You're probably at every game, especially in the playoffs. Where do you get all that? Where do you draw all that from?
Yeah, baby, the Celtics. The Celtics is a family, and you bleed green, and you love it so much that you do anything for them, and you die doing it.
Now, summarize the history with you guys so everybody can understand the backstory.
No, well, the history, Aztec Gino, I was dubbed Aztec Gino in 2008 when we won Banner 17, and then the rest is history. From that, like Guy with the green hair says, we bleed green. We have been following the Celtics since, and nothing, the combination of winning this Banner 18 and celebrating with our great city and my super fan brethren. Nothing like that.
Oh, man, and how about, where'd the chicken come from?
It's all about the chicken dance. Harpoon Fest, you can come to Harpoon Fest and see me, baby. We'll do the chicken dance. I got chicken dance for everybody.
All right, and the green hair, of course, iconic.
Guy with green hair. I started watching the Celtics when my brother took me to see Bill Russell play. So, and when my name's Russell, so when you get to a garden, they're yelling, Russell, Russell. I was sold, so I've been bleeding green ever since. And the green hair started in 2008 at the 6th game of the series. I went into a bathroom at the Beerworks and changed it from my regular hair to green. And in 2011, when I was on the front page with Aztec, I called myself Guy with Green Hair, and I went to 2 games after that. And ever since that day, I've been wearing green hair for the Celtics everywhere I go.
Oh, my God. You guys are amazing. My hat's off to you guys, and really an admiration from one fan to another. Thank you guys so much. JC, we're going to hand it back to you. JC, let's wrap this up, right?
We're going to wrap it up, but we're having too much fun. At least Oscar is having too much fun. I got to tell you, Aaron, if you pan over here, look how quickly the place cleared out, except for the Irish bar, which has people spilling out, singing Sweet Caroline. Right over there. It's been quite a hoot. It's like we switched from one sport to another. We want to thank Suffolk University for all your help in making today possible and letting us celebrate the way that we have. And I hope, it's wonderful to see these players who have worked so hard with their family on these floats. People who have had to sacrifice time with the players so that they could achieve their goals and then give us a day like today. It's been really special to watch them as well as the crowd that has been out here. So this has been really a treat. I hope you at home have enjoyed it as well, because this has been a spectacular day. And if you couldn't make it down here, I hope you felt the energy and certainly the love for this team that this city has. And once again, I know you've heard it a lot today, but Danny Ainge said it. You can win championships in lots of towns. There's only one Boston. We know how to do it. And that's what we saw today. All right. That is for me. JC Monahan, live at City Hall. We're going to toss it over to Raul and LaToya. You're still going since 5 a.m. Way to rock it.
Oh, hey, listen, this is what we do, JC. This is what this is about. Another thing we urge people, as you're going home, be safe. That's the biggest thing right now. We've had a great time. Let's not ruin it. Let's not spoil it.
And the reason he's saying that, I'm always too honest, because I'm looking right past the camera and I see folks, they're in unity, they love each other, but they're climbing on top of the Copley Square T-stop or some type of sign, and I just don't want anybody to get hurt. So the police are here. The party actually continues right now. This is a beautiful sight as we see this crowd move down Boylston Street. Everybody all in their green, dancing, singing, making their own music. Some brought instruments, but I just don't want anybody to get hurt, so I'm going to watch this and be a little mama bear a little bit and like, get down!
Well, listen, this is an appreciation of a city, a culture, a history that's been going on for a long time. Just think about what they've done just since 2001. How many parades we've seen? 6 with the Patriots. Yep. We've seen 1 with the Bruins, 4 with the Red Sox, and now another one with the Celtics. 16 years in waiting, and it's here, and this has been the best part. Celtics fans are so smart. They're so enthusiastic.
Oh, yeah.
They just know that it's only a matter of time before their leadership gets them on the right track. And it's not like they haven't been winning, LaToya. They have been winning a lot for a long time. We have just been waiting for a title and finally got one in 2024.
So this is clearly Title Town, and we're now going to pass the baton over to John Maroney, who's standing by in the thick of it all. John.
LaToya, the parade ended here on Boylston Street just a short time ago, and it was loud, deafening. Check out some of the crowds as they move out and get out of here and head home after a million people or more here in the city to root on the Celtics. We've been talking to fans all day. They love this team. They love this game. We have some of us with them all right now. Tell me a little bit about the parade. What was it about the parade?
It was awesome. It never gets old. It's Boston. It's fun. It's good energy. It's the best. Best city in the world.
How about in terms of what players did you like seeing?
I mean, obviously, you know me. I love Al Horford. You know that. The buzzer beater. Jaylen Brown stepped up. Jason Tatum, I love that guy. He did what they could. That's the thing with Celtics. We don't have all those stars like Kyrie and Luka.
We don't have all those stars.
We got
like some of the best players in the league.
We got people at dogs, 10 dogs at least.
Tell me a little bit about the parade. What was sort of your favorite?
It was awesome. I mean, seeing the trophy, it never gets old. Titletown, it's the best city in the world. Parade every year. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
You gotta love it. Well, how about yourself?
I love it. I love parade. I'm here with my brother. We love it.
All right, very good. Excellent. The parade. The Celtics, of course, world champions, and the end of the parade. Back to you.
We did it! What's up? What's up? Yeah, you guys, this has been so much fun. I mean, everyone is still so excited to say one thing or the other about the Celtics, about, you know, former Celtics opponents or what have you. Everyone is still sort of clearing out, trying to figure out what the next move is for them right now through Boylston and Charles Street. Earlier today, folks were sitting outside in some of the windows, actually, just to see, of course, history, to see this parade roll down Boylston Street. And now, as everyone continues to pour through, they're speaking their mind about one former Celtic, now turned foe, Kyrie Irving. But, you know, today is all about the current Celtics and the current team and what they have done to get to where they are today to hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy, which it was so magnificent to see Jason Tatum. I mean, the moment he lifted that thing high into the air, the entire crowd just roared, just erupted in a large roar and a cheer. And one other touching moment to see, Al Horford, I know that we call Kristaps Porzingis big man, but big man Al Horford was so excited. You could see the big grin, the cheer, the pride he held on his face. But then to see his dad and how touched his dad was in that moment, it meant a lot to me to see that, to witness that, and I know it meant a lot to everyone to see it. And of course, his father as well on the back of that duck boat, just smiling, so proud of his son, so proud of this entire team and what they've accomplished this season. I think the next move for a lot of folks, hopefully weather-wise, we can hold the dry skies for a little bit longer. I know that there's still some showers trying to pop up now across Nashua, Keene, Western Massachusetts, and also the Monadnock too. So that's going to filter in. So despite wherever you are right now, it may be dry, but just know once you get to the bar, the pub, the restaurant, as bubbles are now flying through, some showers will start flying through with rain. Sort of like the confetti, Jericho, that we had flying through earlier today. Jericho?
And listen, confetti wasn't the only thing that was flying out of these boats. I'm with Kristen right now. Kristen, what do you have in that bag right there?
I have a ball that was touched by the one and only VIP, Jaylen Brown.
Okay, so tell me how you caught this ball, because this was quite a feat.
Oh, yeah. So Jaylen was passing by in the duck boat, and he lobs the basketball, and it was landing like a couple rows in front of me, so I was like, I'm not going to get it. And then people kept bobbling it, and it bounced off the lady in front of me, and I went with both hands and grabbed it, and then backed up.
She already had some of those NBA skills before she had the ball. She said, let me grab that ball. Yep. I am not letting go. How are you feeling right now?
I am actually like shaking. Like I could not believe, I had to pinch myself. I cannot believe this happened. This never happens to me.
And your friend over here, you came with the Jaylen and Jaden.
Yes, that's right. I'm his sister. I'm a brother. Yeah.
Brother, okay.
And yeah, that was like probably the most athletic thing she's ever done. And it came at the right moment.
Not the shade.
Yeah. And this was probably
not the shade on live TV.
This was our championship. This is our championship. It was just meant to happen. And I'm just surprised. I did not expect it at all.
So if we wrap this ball, are we going to get some of Jaylen's skills?
Yep. Yeah. Space Jam.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get his talents later, all right? I'm going to be dunking later, so just check in.
All right. So we got a ball from Jaylen Brown right here. Touched by him. We're going to send it back to LaToya. LaToya, I didn't get anything from these duck boats, but listen, I'm glad that the fans did.
Oh, me too. Listen, it's a family reunion here, Jericho Tran, and we love that you got to hang out with that fan. Listen, we've been bumping into everybody. This is such a great vibe in the city right now. This is what you want.
Just happiness. That's the biggest thing. And we're on to the next one already. We're already thinking about 2025 and the season that's ahead. Look, it's just incredible to watch the people. And you're right. It's a vibe. It's just so joyous and happy and excited and grateful for what you have. It's been a long time, and they finally got it. And this is what this is all about. This is the celebration. And I love the fact that Boston showed up, LaToya. This is your town, Dorchester strong. Can you believe what you've seen, LaToya?
No, it actually brings tears to my eyes, as I think I've attended every rolling rally, whether it was the New England Patriots or the Red Sox or the Bruins, and now this latest Boston Celtics title. The last time they had this, I was a Cub reporter basically for NECN, and now look at what's happening. It's a different feeling this time around. They ground out that the mini seasons that folks were saying we could never do it as Boston Celtics players and fans, but look at what we showed the world. And really right now, Boston is in the spotlight. The whole sports world, the country, they're going to be talking about us, and they're going to talk about us in a good way.
Yeah, this isn't the Patriots dynasty anymore. We could be talking Boston Celtics dynasty right now. We look forward to a Patriots dynasty down the road, but what they've built with this organization is so deep and strong. And the question is, can they do it again? That's what everyone wants to know, but they feel very confident in this team just because of the youth, the energy, the talent that's built around this whole roster.
We're looking live right now, and the party is not over. I don't know what's going on. No one wants to leave. I actually don't want to leave. We've been here since 4 a.m., but I think we want to keep the party going.
Yeah, and this is the best part. It's not going to stop for a while. We're not going anywhere for a while. And Glenn and Trenny, you're at the beginning there. You saw it from the start, and it just built and built and built. It was so exciting to see come down this way, down Boylston Street and Copley area. But now it's come to a close, and it's just still going, guys.
Yeah, if the two of you want to keep on partying, I would say come down back towards the TD Garden, because this place is still packed with people. Maybe not lining all up against the streets, but if you kind of look off to some of the side streets, everyone is still having the time of their life. A spectacular day. We could not have scripted it better. Great weather, a perfect day. Everyone was fairly well behaved.
I think that's
Glenn.
true,
Everyone
yes.
had a great time. And I think one of the best parts of these parades is just seeing the entire region come together, to look around and see so many people celebrating and having a good time together. You can't help but feel great after a day like this. How did you enjoy your first parade?
It was beyond my wildest expectations, I have to tell you, especially the part you were just speaking about, the community spirit everybody feels. Those throngs of people are all sharing a love for the same thing, and that is the Boston Celtics. It has been such a privilege for us covering this chase for the championship. I feel like we've been covering this chase for 5 or 6 years, but it's great to actually get to the end of that journey and have the end of the journey feel so sweet, feel so victorious, Trenny.
Yeah, you can see it on the T-shirts, and the motto for this team all season long really was whatever it takes. Complete teamwork to put this entire broadcast together today.
100%.
Teamwork to put the parade together. And, of course, the greatest example of teamwork was the one put together by the 2024 Boston Celtics. You know, they have their two stars in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but as we saw today, every single player on that roster had a hand in winning banner number 18.
That's right. It's a team that won 80 games this year, went 16-3 in the postseason, and that is how they claimed the franchise's 18th banner. You know, as a fan and a journalist, Trenny, it has been such a privilege to cover this team. And we have so many people from NBC Sports Boston, your colleagues, who have covered this so well. And the same is true for NBC 10 Boston.
Let's do it again next year.
Yeah, let's do it right here. For Trenny Casey, I'm Glenn Jones. Congratulations to the 2024 NBA champions, the Boston Celtics. We'll leave you with some of the best images from Banner Day.